ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. From the next Suktam, Suktam 101, perceptions of sage Kutsa continue again with an Indrastuti in Chandasas Jagati and Trushtu. Om Pramandine 1.101.1. O praisers, desiring the protection of all, you offer worship with respectful words to that Indra, who is a giver of gift that dispels darkness of ignorance, who kills the water-carrying dark clouds, who is showerer of happiness, who has Vajra in his right hand. We invoke that Indra, accompanied by Maruts, for our friendship. Sukta is in praise of Indra accompanied by Maruts, or Jivatma with Pranas. Indra is dispeller of ignorance or destroyer of cloud in the atmosphere. The Daspada is repeated in the first 7 ruks. One point 101.2. Yo Vyam Sam. For our friendship, we invoke Indra accompanied by Maruts. He, with his anger, gladdens good persons, slays a wicked enemy who kills the accomplice of an unrighteous person, and a selfish glutton who does not observe the sacred vows. He also kills comprehensively the ferocious, mighty demon. Selfish glutton is the I-feeling or ego, who is an accomplice of the unreal ignorance. He thinks himself to be the enjoyer of all material wealth. Yasya Deva Prithvi 1.101.3. For our friendship, we invoke Indra accompanied by Maruts. His might by nature is all-pervading. In his commands, the space, earth and Varuna subsist, and under his control the sun, moon and the flowing waters move. These may not need any additional explanations. 1.101.4. Yo Ashwanam Yo Gavam. For our friendship, we invoke Indra accompanied by Maruts. He is the protector of horses and cattle. He is the master of his senses. He is constantly and firmly engaged in performing noble deeds one after another, and he is the slayer of an opponent of the sacrificers, however strong he may be. Indra, Jivatma, is the master of all sense organs of all creatures. 1.101.5. Yo Vishwasya Jagata. For our friendship, we invoke Indra accompanied by Maruts. He is most excellent and he is knower of the Vedas, who with his might subdues wicked robbers and thieves, and he is the Lord and protector of all animate and inanimate objects. Wicked robbers and thieves stand for internal enemies of ignorant minds. 1.101.6 is the next one. Yeah. Shurebhir Havyo. For our friendship, we invoke Indra, who, accompanied by Marus, he is invoked by the brave and also by timid people, as well as by the moving and non-moving creatures for their protection, and him all people place before them for their worship. 1.101.7 Rudranamedi. For our friendship we invoke Indra, accompanied by Marus. He is radiant. He approaches the atmospheric region of the Marus. The hymns of his splendor is spread everywhere by Marus. Wise men honor that well-known Indra with auspicious Vedic rigs. Air or wind only carry sound waves or spread the hymns of Indra, which are being recited during sacrifices. 1.101.8 Yadva Marutva. O Indra, accompanied by Marus, you are giver or protector of true wealth. Whether you are pleased to stay in a stately mansion or an inferior humble hut, please come towards our non-violent sacrifice. We have prepared for you fitting oblations. Tvayendra Somam 1.101.9 O possessor of good strength Indra, we extract Soma essence for you. O conveyor of Vedic knowledge, we prepare oblations of Vedic hymns for you. O Indra, drawn by a team of horses or spiritual light rays, may you come to this excellent sacrifice along with the group of Marus and be pleased with our offerings. Madayasva Haribhi 1.101.10 O possessor of beautiful cheeks, Indra, please gladden us with your well-trained horses or spiritual light rays. May your cheeks overflow and pour out sweet speech. Let your horses or spiritual light rays bring you, who is desirous of our welfare, to us here. Please accept our oblations comprehensively. May Indra gladden the sacrificers by giving them good instructions. Horses or spiritual light rays bestow existence and consciousness on all living beings. Last ruk in this sukta, 1.101.11 Marus Stotrasya, in whose praise is this sukta, which is in common with Marus, is the protector of the enclosure, abode of the self. With that Indra's help, we procure all kinds of food and wealth. May Mitra, Varuna, Aditi, earth, and the shining space or sunlight magnify that wealth. Indra is the protector of the self. Another Indra Suktam from sage Kutsa in the same Chandasas follows. Suktam 102. This is a good prayer suktam on Indra. One Imam Te Dhiyam Pra 1.102.1. O Indra, I collect your great intellect in these hymns. Your wisdom is desired by all. Enlightened souls gladden and support that Indra, who is conferrer of the great wealth, with all their might in festivals and in birth. Indra is being invoked by enlightened souls on all occasions or in all kinds of situations. 1.102.2. Asya Shravo Nadya. O Indra, the 7 rivers display your powers. The manifested universe, namely the space, atmosphere and earth, manifest as your body for all of us to see with our eyes, causing happiness to us. That sun and moon move regularly in their orbits prescribed by you. Indra, universal manifested self, creates this material universe for the benefit of mankind. This is what most men think. Tam Smaratham 1.102.3. O possessor of abundant wealth, Indra, please promote your vehicles in battles for acquiring wealth for us. O Indra, praised by many, we honor with our heart and soul your vehicle, which is victorious in every battle. O possessor of abundant wealth, may you grant us, who are yours, much happiness. Wealth can be gross, subtle or spiritual. Vehicle could be drops of spiritual soma. 1.102.4. Vayam Jayema Tvaya. O Indra, united with you, we will overcome our adversaries in every battle. Please protect our share of wealth from the enemies and enter riches and services easily attainable to us. O possessor of abundant wealth, may you break down the strength of our opponents with your powerful weapons. No additional explanations may be necessary on many of these risks. 1.102.5. Manahitva. O Indra, these people indeed invoke you in different ways for your protection. O upholder of wealth, may you climb on your vehicle for obtaining much wealth for us, who are your praisers. Your mind is composed and resolved on victory. Sacrifices for Indra could be of different kinds, with physical offering, with Vedic hymns, or offering one's own ego as an oblation. Indra is being invoked by men in all kinds of situations. 1.102.6. Godita Bahu, whose arms are winners of earth or land, that Indra is unequaled in every act because of his strength. He is the supreme knower and is incomparable. He wages war against evildoers and overcomes his enemies. He is a giver of protection in 100 ways and is a well-matched opponent. Therefore, wealth-desiring men invoke him in different ways. Utteshatan 1.102.7. O possessor of abundant wealth, Indra, your wealth or renown among men exceed 100,000 or even more. Hymns created by great intellects glorify you, who possesses innumerable attributes. O destroyer of enemy strongholds, may you slay our enemies. 1.102.8. Trivishtidhatu, O Indra, you are the causer of this world consisting of the space, atmosphere and earth. You are the symbol of power from the very beginning. By your great strength, you make grow the three luminous bodies in the three worlds, the sun in the space, lightning in the atmosphere, and fire on the earth. You sustain the whole universe. By birth, you are unrivaled. The Rit is truthful description of activities of universal manifested self Indra. 1.102.9. Tvam Deveshu Prathamam. O Indra, you are irresistible in battles. We invoke you, who is the first and foremost among shining beings. May Indra put this chariot foremost in the battle. May he make us upcoming, intelligent composers of Vedic hymns. May Indra make the seer of the Sukta the best among the Vedic praisers. 1.102.10. Tvam Jigetha. O possessor of abundant wealth, Indra, you conquer your enemies in battles which may be small or big. You do not restrain riches giving to your invokers. Accepting you, who is fierce to our enemies as our protector, we destroy the enemy forces. Therefore, may you inspire us to perform auspicious sacrifices. Last ruk in the Sukta is 102.11. Vishwahendro. This happens to be the same as 1.100.19 and Suktam 103. This is another Indra Suktam from Sage Kutsa in Trushtup Chandas. Tatta Indriyam 1.103.1. O Indra, the wise sages from time immemorial beheld before them that supreme power of yours. Your power shines once one upon the earth and another one in the space. All objects in the universe manifest your glory. This is like the banner of a chariot. Indra causes the manifestation of the sun in the space and fire on the earth. All material objects in the universe manifest through Indra, universal manifested self. 1.103.2. Sadharayat Prithivim, that Indra, the sun by his actions, upholds the earth and makes it extensive, thus providing a habitat for all living creatures. With his weapon Vajra, he kills the cloud and makes the flowing waters flow down to the earth. He strikes down and kills all kinds of wicked persons and robbers. Earth is a planet of the sun, or held by the sun by his power of attraction. The sun's rays give energy to water particles for vaporizing them and moving them up in the atmosphere. Water vapor, on moving up, gets cooled and comes down to earth again as water drops. Thus, Indra, manifesting as the sun, produces rainwater. 1.103.3. Sajatu Harma. O wielder of Vajra, Indra, You are the sustainer of all born beings, are faithful in performing noble deeds and are knowledgeable. You go about destroying citadels of slave-like demonic people with your might. Please let loose your powerful weapon Vajra against a plunderer and increase the strength and fame of righteous person. May not require any elaboration. 1.103.4 Tadvuchushe, son of the Creator, may be the self, wielder of Vajra, Indra, for the admirable purpose of destroying robbers, thieves, etc. You held the praiseworthy name and fame of the sun. Then this abundantly rich Indra set forth the times for generations of men. He held the name for acquisition of wealth and also fame. Universal manifested self Indra can be considered as the born self. Birth is unreal in the absolute sense, or Indra is an appearance only. He manifests as the sun in the space. This is being implied here. 1.103.5 Tadasedam, woman, you behold the vast, extensive, truthful activities of Indra, who has obtained a land for the creatures to live on. The horse and other animals, the plants, the water streams, and the forest hold him as an example for strength and valor. What all that are seen in this universe is the handiwork of Indra. This fact is stated in the Rig. 1.103.6 Bhuri Karmane. O friends, we extract Soma essence for Indra, who is the performer of many deeds, who is the best among shining beings. He is showerer of happiness and possessor of true wealth. This hero takes possession of the wealth of thieves and robbers like a waylaying thief and gives it to sacrifices. For the performer of wonderful deeds mentioned above, the praisers are being coaxed to prepare Vedic hymns. Soma could be spiritual. Tadindra Preva Vidyam 1.103.7 O Indra, when you awaken the sleeping cloud with your weapon Vajra, you are performing a wonderful deed. Wise men, their wives, and enlightened souls glorify you for your valor, and you are rejoiced in accomplishing this deed. When Indra with his spiritual Vajra, light rays, destroys the cloud-like ignorance from their minds, wise men, enlightened souls, etc., glorify him through Vedic hymns. The last stroke in this sutta, 1.103.8 Shushnam Piprum Kuvayam. O Indra, when you demolish the citadels of the enemy and destroy the mighty cloud, you cause the growth of barley and other corns on the earth, and the rivers to be filled by the flowing waters. May Mitra, Varuna, Aditi and oceans, the earth and the shining space or sunlight magnify this wealth. Yet another Indra Suktam on Tushtuk Chandas from Sage Kutsa follows. Suktam 104, 1.104.1 Yunishta Indra. O Indra, the seat has been prepared for you to sit upon. At the same time, deharness your chariot, leaving the chariot and your horses or spiritual race, which take you to distant places day and night. You please hasten to your seat like a neighing horse and sit upon it. And 104.2 O Tenara, may Indra direct those people who approach Indra for protection quickly to follow the righteous path. May the enlightened souls remove the anger of the attendants or infidels. May they strengthen the outward appearance for our prosperity. Infidels are non-believers in the oneness of the self or God in general. Outward appearance is the manifested universe. Avatmana Bharate 1.104.3 is the next sloka. One amasses others' wealth knowingly. Another amasses wealth by illegal means and increases it by compound interest. Both are ruined like two quarrelsome and jealous wives of an unrighteous man who is like a bad barley drowning themselves in a flowing river. One can enjoy only the wealth, one should enjoy also the wealth which he earns by truthful means. This is implied by the Ruk. Yuyopa Nabhi 1.104.4 The navel or center of the moving cloud ignorance, which was promoted by ancient sages, is concealed. Indra is brave and is the ruler of his subjects. Like the flowing rivers fill the oceans, virtuous, prosperous and famous subjects fill Indra with riches, regarding him to be their lord. Navel of the cloud of ignorance is manifested self, Indra. This concept is put forward by ancient sages. Manifestation of all material wealth is attributed to him by them. Pradiyatsya 1.104.5 When properly guided by him, his subjects, well protected from infidels, are seen as though living in a well-guarded house, or seen like a well-guarded house. Knowing this fact, they come and go to their homes freely. O possessor of abundant wealth, Indra, do not cast us away like a spendthrift throw away his wealth, and please do not work against our interest. Body of a human being, well protected and guided by Indra, looks like a well protected house. With that body, guided by his Jivatma, he can attain the state of oneness. This is the implied meaning. 1.104.6 Sattvam na Indra. O Indra, may you grant us a share of sunlight, the flowing waters, sinlessness, and good reputation based on good conduct. Since we have faith in your great wealth, please do not harm us, as we are your subjects, to be protected by you always. Great wealth means self-knowledge. In this surah and the next one also, namely 1.104.7 Adha Manye Shrate. O Indra, you are invoked by many and are showerer of happiness. In my mind, I hold genuine faith in you in the matter of good conduct. Please direct us to great wealth. Do not deprive us of good food and offspring on account of a fault not done by us. You are provider of food and drink to the hungry. 104.8 Manovadhirindra. O abundantly rich Indra, please do not harm us. Do not abandon us. Do not take away from us none of the enjoyable food and drinks which we like. Do not harm our offsprings in the wombs, and do not take away from us our metal vessels. Last trick in this sutta. Arvang ehi somakamam. O Indra, you are said to be fond of soma. This soma is extracted for you. Please come towards us and drink this soma for your delight. Please take this essence into your widely extending stomach. When invoked by us, please hear us as a father listens to the words of his sons. Soma here logically means this hymn itself. Thus we finish Indra Suktas of Sage Kutsa. Here we conclude for today. Viramat Savat.